Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. At the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Little. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know some guys would love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Little. He's got his target. That's complete.
Hold on, bro. Something going on. You see how you throwing the ball? Oh, shit. That's my fucking punter throwing the ball. Oh, shit.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a 1st down as well. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Jaguars.
3, get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a give up the middle. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready? Check, Bobcat, Cowboy 80.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready? Go.
Here's Fulton to throw. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready,
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Hey, middle.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd down and 6 now. Play action. Now Jackson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And taken at the 46. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Here we come back team. Pass all 80. Steady.
Fulton sets to pass it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Stephanie. Panther 60, Panther 60. Warrior 70. Riggs.
Now Fulton. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. So he stopped for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Fulton. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Perkins. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. George Pickens, 42 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get on! Get on! 180! No, we changed it.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
180!
Jackson. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here's 3rd and 10.
180! Shut up!
Now it's Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Hey, officer, hot.
To throw is Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson finding Walker complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
On for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fulton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Turton will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you're player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt, that's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Ready. Mustang 19. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 45. Back to throw now on first down. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
19 tight. Here we go. Tight.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You won't fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Fulton. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Going deep for Walker. That's caught at the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, report. 180. What is it on?
Jackson now. He fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's on. It's on. 180.
Throwing is Jackson.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Cook will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Fulton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
And points certainly not at a premium here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Here's Fulton to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Connection with Walker going across the formation. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Bass on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 60 vices, 60 vices.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 11 now.
Connect. 19 Tiger.
Going quickly here to Thomas. Called a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ready.
Now Fulton. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Perkins. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. Yeah. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might have wiggled out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of a national audience. short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Fulton sets to pass it. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Looking to throw. Fulton. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. Robinson with another carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to it quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fulton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fulton.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.